Hi, I'm Russell Morris, and in this tutorial I will show you how to add buttons to your web page. So the first place we'll go is to the demo page, and now we will add a custom row so we can place our buttons. So we're going to just select a custom row, and I think what we'll actually add is a 3 to 4 column row, and we will select this one here with a little bit of margin, and we will call it buttons. So let's add that row. We will just close down the page builder and scroll to the bottom of the page, and there's our row that we've added where we can place our buttons. Now we're going to place buttons in the center, so I can show you 1, 2 and 3. So the next thing we need to do is select the plus sign in the column that we want to add the buttons. We want the center column, so let's click the plus icon, bring down the drop down and select buttons, and then click add. Now let's just close the content tab, and you will see that we've added 3 buttons. Whenever you add buttons, there will always be 3. So the next thing we need to do is go into the settings. Now, first of all, let's work with one button. So we're just going to check these 2 buttons off. Each one of these rows in here represents a button. So let's just uncheck these and then apply the changes. So now we are left with one button. Right, let's style this button and then let's start creating some more. Okay, so let's go into the settings, and the first thing that we will do is change the color of the button. So we will change this black to another color. So let's change it to a kind of pale blue, in fact around that color, and then let's just OK that. And let's change the hover color of the button to a kind of greeny color. Let's go here. Okay, and let's just OK that, and then we'll apply the settings. Now you'll see the button has changed color. Now let's go back to settings and make some more changes. We will have this button, so if we have any links applied to it, which we will apply in a while, open up in a new tab. So we will select that. If you want them to open in the same tab, obviously leave this unchecked. We're going to keep the button in the center. You can either left align it or right align it, but we're going to keep it centralized. And let's make this button 2 times bigger, and we'll apply. And let's just take a look at it at 3 times bigger. So let's go 3 times bigger and apply. So you can see how big you can actually make your button. So let's take this back down to 2 times the size, and we're going to change the text to Arial, and we want the text to be 24, so we want it quite large. So now we've got the larger button, and let's just view this on the live page so you can see how it's looking. Scroll down, and there you have the button as it's showing on the live page. So let's make some more changes. We want to increase the padding top and bottom, so let's just add some more. So we're going to add 30 pixels of padding, which will push it down. And I think we need to add some shape to this as well, so let's change it from being a rectangle to a curved rectangle, and I'm just going to show you some other shapes that we can have this button. Now the others, so this is the way we will keep it, but let me just show you some other styles that you can choose. You can have a square curve. Let's just apply that. Or you could have a circle. So really the style in terms of your button is pretty much limitless. You can have it in any style that you want it. So let's go back to a rectangular curve, and let's add a border. So do a 3 pixel border, and let's modify the color so that we have it a light gray around the edge of the button. Now let's apply those changes. and let's just take a look at it on the live page. So now you'll see that the button is changing. We've got this continuous border around the button, and it brightens up when we actually hover over it with a nice green. So now let's go and change some of the text. We've got the texted Arial is 24, which is how we want it. So we want to change the text color, and we will change that to yellow. So let's make that a bright yellow. Let's actually do the selection. You'll see that you have the color selection here that you can use, and let's OK that and apply. So now we've changed the text color to yellow, and it's hovering on it white. So let's change the hover color to black. So now we need to click this paintbrush, and you'll see it says text hover, and we'll change this to kind of off black color, and then OK and apply. So now when we hover the button, the text will change also. So now let's take a look at that on the live page and see how it's shaping up. So there's the button, we've got the hover, changes color, the text changes color. So there's quite a lot going on with this button now when we're actually hovering the button. So now let's add a link to this button. Now we're going to, just as an example, send it to Google, so it shows you how it's working, because when we have a button it obviously has to link somewhere, and we will say search now. So now we're changing the text that displays on the button, and we've also given it a link to go to when you click the button. So let's apply those changes, and let's just take a look at it on the live page. So when we click search now, it will open a new tab and take us off to Google. Okay, so let's go back to the page builder and let's do a little bit more with these buttons. Okay, so now let's duplicate this button. So we'll duplicate the button, and you will see now that we have a second copy. And what we're going to do is create another button in this row and apply. So now we have two buttons, and they sit side by side, and let's duplicate that again, and we will go into the settings and we will check the third button. So now we have three buttons, all the same style. So you can see now how easy this is to create a button and also duplicate the button, so that you can create buttons consistently throughout your website. Now we have search now, which will go to Google. Now let's add another link in here, and let's do this linking to a PDF. So let's change the name, and we will change this to download now. And apply. So now you can see that we have download now. So now let's add a PDF that you can download when you click this button. So the next thing that we'll need to do that is we will want to go to the page builder, and we're going to add a PDF into our media files. So the first thing we will need to do is upload the PDF file. So let's double click on that, and you will see the PDF file upload. Now let's right click on the PDF file and select info, and it will tell us all the details about where this file is located within the media file. Now what we want to take is the path, so we will copy that path for that PDF file. We'll close down the media file box, and then we will go back to our download button, open the settings, and we will put the path in the second button where it says download now, and then we will apply. So now let's go to the demo page, and let's see how the button works. So scroll down. So we have search now, or that will go off to Google, and this one we'll click this button here, and it will open a new tab, and it will show us the PDF file that we linked to that button. So this is pretty much how you add buttons to your pages. Let's just open the settings one more time and let's make a few more changes. Let's add a shadow to these buttons and let's send it to the left. We'll left align the buttons and we will make it 3 times larger and apply. So now we have buttons off to the left and they are larger. As you can see, there are many ways you can customize the buttons to suit your website. We hope this tutorial was helpful, and if you'd like to watch more tutorials like this, please visit our video library. Thanks for watching.